New at 6, we have a response from the state after some people wait months for adoption records. ABC 17's Sarah Massler-Donar is joining us live in studio tonight. Sarah, you found the Department of Health and Senior Services was not prepared for the number of requests it got for birth certificates, despite this year's new law, and the office is also understaffed.
Yeah, it's not. It is, Ashley. I found out today that there are only 2 people working on hundreds of requests from adoptees across the state.
Getting the Adoptee Rights Act passed in Missouri was a long shot.
It was against all odds. There's something about the word adoption that's almost a poison word in the legislative body. I do not know why.
The bill's sponsor, Representative Dawn Phillips, says the fact that no one thought it would pass is part of why only 2 people are processing hundreds of requests for original birth certificates from adoptees across the state. But it's also a legislative issue. Additional jobs needed to be appropriated in the budget, but they haven't been.
There's a lot of dynamics that go into how people get money and how much they get and so forth.
And tracking down those records, that's easier said than done. The Bureau of Vital Records has to identify and request them from an off-site location. Then they come back to the Bureau to be vetted and validated.
I don't know what their thought process was. I don't know if their assumption was we're going to open the doors and we're going to get a couple hundred letters. And in reality, they probably got a few thousand letters.
Adoptee Rob Smith has been waiting for his since January. The website promises at least 6 weeks in one place, 3 to 4 months in another. The department is working through hundreds of requests. It's received more than 2,000 to date. Phillips, an adoptee himself, recommends patience.
I know they're excited about getting this document because it can be the piece of the puzzle that's missing, but it will happen. So I would strongly encourage people to be as patient as possible, as understanding as possible.
And while there are folks who haven't received their records, Phillips tells me there's also hundreds of people who have been able to get their original birth certificates thanks to the historic passage of this legislation. And hopefully they're able to use those records to put their own pieces of the puzzle together.
All right, Sarah, thank you. Phillips said it took 16 years to get the bill to the governor's desk.